All right, are we ready?
Yes.
Maya? Okay.
I'm here.
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Look at you. You made it. It's another episode of We Did That Shit podcast, where we talk about who did some shit, what we learned from shit, and how we got through some shit.
I'm Maya.
And I'm Bibbi. We appreciate you, podcast family, and we hope your week was the shit. If this is your first time listening, welcome. Thank you for checking us out. Don't forget to subscribe to the show and follow us on all social media at We Did That Shit. What's up, Maya?
What's going on?
Chilling.
Mm-hmm. I'm chilling too.
How was your week?
My week was pretty good. I'm just getting back from Atlanta. We went down to Atlanta to the One Music Festival. It was a fun ass time.
It was?
It was a fun time. Yeah, I'm not really like the outdoor sit on the grass or the dirt type of person, but when you go to festivals, you just gotta, be all the way in. And it was a good ass time. Who was there? Nasir Jones, of course.
Mm-hmm.
He did good. That was my first time seeing Nas in concert, so I was real excited about that. T.I. did good, even though I didn't see his set because I was in the food line, so I only seen part of his set. He did really good. He got hits, so we could go on and on and on forever with him.
I could just look at him.
Yeah. And let me tell you, when his little ass was running around on that stage, I was like, damn, I never really looked at T.I. like, damn, T.I. sexy as hell with his little ass.
He is.
But that little nigga was sexy.
He is.
Yeah, he was looking tight right up there. Then he took his little shirt off. But it was two highlights of the festival. And that was the Atlantic Crunk session. So they had like the East Side Boys, Pastor Troy came out, Yin Yang Twins. We was in there. When I tell you hype, sweat dripping off your damn body because you was twerking so hard. Lil Jon wasn't there. Lil Jon was probably too big to be at the, I don't know, but he wasn't there. And I mean, we definitely missed him. But Little Duval came out and did I'm living my best
Smile,
life.
bitch.
Listen.
Smile, bitch. You know?
And when I tell you that damn crowd went,
that's right.
That crowd went crazy, and I was one of them. Check out the We Did That Shit Instagram stories. I hashtagged it One Music Fest, and you can see all the fun that me and the crew had down in Atlanta. Shout out to Atlanta, because that's always a good time, a good ass time.
Well, I'm just, while you was living it up this week, I'm feeling like I'm just in a Negro spiritual.
Like a wade in the water?
Oh, yes. Like, I just feel like, I want to just like walk, like, how I just want to walk into my job with smile, bitch.
Yeah.
I'll be just loud as I possibly can. I ain't going back and forth with you. I just want to. But I'm just...
That damn song.
I'm just walking in like...
Not smiling.
Swing low.
It ain't high, that's low.
Oh, yeah, my goodness. It's just... I just really feel like Mother to Son by Langston Hughes. But
Mother to Son by Langston damn Hughes. Read that if you haven't.
It's a very good poem. Very good poem. And that's just,
That's where you at with it?
Just, yeah, but the week is over and what's done, yesterday is yesterday. So I'm just looking forward to a better week.
I hope so, because every single week we get on this damn podcast, I hate them people.
You know what it is?
I don't like the job. This is wearing me out. And you know what it is? Because I've had jobs like that, so I understand. But now I got it so easy. It's just like, smile, bitch. I am.
It's not even that. let me be clear. I love my
What you
job.
do,
I
yeah.
love my job. I love what I do. And
It's the people.
I work in a very hostile work environment.
Yeah.
And I had a mentor, but I haven't met with my mentor almost all year.
Okay.
Because of all the transitions and all kinds of stuff is going on. But I shot her a little email like, can we get together, please?
Yeah.
Because all those good gems that you would give me, anybody else want to be my mentor, if you're in leadership.
I'll be your mentor. And I'll give you some good ass advice for them people.
Maya, you can't be telling me tell them beep.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I need good.
Yeah.
Stuff.
And listen, I have been told that I was a bully at work. I'm definitely not crazy. First of all, everybody listening knows that's not true. Secondly, I'm not a bully. I hate bullies, actually. So that can't be true. I'm just no nonsense, and everybody knows that. So that's just what it is. I'm not a bully. But I will give you some sound advice if you want a mentor like me.
No.
Oh, okay.
I need a mentor that's going to help me keep my job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Listen. But anyway.
So, anywho, it's, yesterday is yesterday. Every day I look forward to a new day, thinking something's going to change. It don't, but oh well.
All I'm saying is this, before we move on, do yourself a favor. Get you some Bluetooth headphones where nobody can see. Make your hair big. Put them around your neck. Put the thing in your ear. And just play Little Duval as you walking through the hall. And when you smiling, look at them people like, ain't going back and forth with you. I'm living my best life. Yeah, I mean, like, definitely. That will get you through. Shout out to Little Duval for that.
Yes.
So, who did some shit this week?
My who did some shit kind of goes into the topic.
Okay.
So you do your who did some shits first.
Well, listen, for the last couple of weeks we've been kind of serious.
Yes.
But we've been giving out good information.
Yes.
And we want to thank everybody for all of your emails and your text messages and everything. People seem to be really resonating with the HIV 101 when we answer some questions after that. And then last week we did mental health. Go back and check out those episodes if you haven't. And this week we just out here.
Yes, a lot of shit going on. We got to catch up.
Too much shit going on.
Right.
So who first did some shit? Well, Nike is out here making deals and being, I don't know how we feel about Nike. So Nike has Colin Kaepernick now as their face of their 30th Just Do It campaign, their 30th anniversary of their Just Do It campaign, and they made Colin Kaepernick the face of it. So tell me how you feeling about Nike. Are we happy, or are we just like, you want some bullshit, or like, how are we feeling?
Well, I'm not burning any Nike, anything that I have, and I'm not rushing to the store to buy no Jordans.
You shouldn't be burning stuff that you already paid for.
Anyway.
It's goofy as hell.
I'm not burning anything that I have, and I'm not rushing to the store to buy any Jordans. Okay. That's how I feel about it. I feel if we want to take, first of all, I'm happy when a brother get a paycheck. You know what I mean? So I'm happy about that. However, Nike is not the great white hope. I think what we should be focusing on is the fact that Nike's stock is worth more than ever. They're still making money, and it shows you the power of the black dollar.
Right.
So that's what we need to focus on. We need to understand that the black dollar is very powerful. And if we can boost Nike in such a way, then we could take from other places that non-urban dictates. They don't want to advertise on our radio stations, our TV shows, our movies, and things like that. These blatant racist rules and employees who treat us bad and, call the police or arrest us or throw drinks, throw food, throw clothes. We can't afford it, whatever. There is power in the black dollar. That should be the focus of what is going on. So that's really how I feel about it. But you know what? Nike, I mean, you know what I mean? You got to give credit where credit is due, because Nike really did some slick shit. Because, you know, right before they announced Colin Kaepernick as the face of the Just Do It campaign, they made a deal with the NFL. So now the NFL has to use
Colin Kaepernick
and Nike products. You know what I mean? So, because if they would have did it in reverse, you know, they would have like, no, we're not going with you. But I thought that was a little slick. I liked it myself.
Yeah, I mean, I understand exactly what you're saying, and I do agree with that. I mean, I'm on the fence as far as the Colin Kaepernick decision, you know, because I feel the same way. On the one hand, great, you are supporting this person who lost essentially everything, you know, his livelihood to make a stand for what he believed in. And so that's big, because just because it's him and what he has going on and, you know, what he stands for. And then on the other hand, it's like the race thing, the, you know, Black Lives Matter, all that kind of stuff is big business. And so companies want to get in on that. And so, you know, on the one hand, I'm just like, oh, champion, go Nike. And then the other hand, I'm like, well, shit, it benefits you. Right. You know, exactly. So it's just like,
you're not the great white hope.
Yeah, exactly. So, but shout out to Colin Kaepernick.
Shout out to Colin. Always good to see a brother get a check.
Exactly. So, who else did some shit? Well, we have to talk about what's the gentleman's name who was killed?
Botham
Jean. He was murdered. Murdered. Premeditated murder.
First-degree murder.
Yeah, in his own home, by a Dallas police officer. What was her name? Amber Geigert or something like that.
White.
Yeah. Privilege, you know. So apparently this white police officer went to the wrong apartment. And this is the story that they're telling us, that they're feeding to us. She went to the wrong apartment because she was so tired after working 16 hours of serving warrants that she went to the wrong apartment, and she walked in the dark. She gave voice commands that he did not follow. And then she pulled out her service weapon, and then she murdered him. Do we believe the bullshit?
I believe that they was kicking it. He ain't want her. And she was like, you know what? If I do this and say this, I can get away with that shit.
Yeah, of course.
That's exactly what happened.
Because she's a police officer, and they can do anything that they want to do. And it just proves that they can do anything that they want to do, and they keep getting away with it. For every cop that's convicted, you have hundreds of cops that aren't convicted. And the fact that the police are now trying to put this story out here that this woman didn't know that she was going to the wrong apartment. But here's the thing. Nobody in the history of nobody walks into their home and the first thing that they do is not turn on the light.
Right.
Nobody in the history of anybody walks throughout their home.
Right.
They might hear a little something and then they'll turn on the light, because you don't know where the light is. You didn't know where the light is because you wasn't in your own house.
Right.
You know, first you said, oh, the door was unlocked. Then you said you had a key. Then you had people coming out that they're not even putting in the documents, witnesses who said what they heard, you know, and what they heard was not, oh, I'm trying to get into an apartment that's not mine.
Right.
Furthermore, how the hell do you turn a key that's not yours? You in the wrong apartment, but you said that you turned the key, and then the key that wasn't yours let you into a damn stranger's house.
Right.
No, when I turned my damn key, first of all, when I turned the wrong key,
right.
If I'm come home, you know, I just got my keys in my hand, I had a bunch of keys on my ring, and I put the wrong key in my damn door because 3 keys look alike. The shit ain't gonna turn.
Well, they was kicking it, so she probably had a key to his place.
Yeah,
and she's lying. And then now they want to talk about they found weed in his apartment. Really?
Yeah. So you're trying to criminalize him,
right?
Right. But that's
for being murdered. It's his fault that he was murdered.
Yeah, it's his fault that he was in his own house, that in his own place of safety, you know, where you should feel safe in your own home. It was his fault. But you know what? Stay away from these women. Stay away from these women, black men. Stay the hell away. You already know how I feel about the cops. I don't like cops. I feel like, are there good cops out? Sure, there are good cops out there, but you're not a good cop if you're protecting other cops that's doing wrong.
You're not. Exactly.
You are more a part of the problem because you're not bringing a light into what's going on.
And her
it's
story
all
don't
about
make no damn sense. Interrogate her like you would everybody else.
Interrogate her as if he went into her house and killed her. Right. They would have hung him, put him under the prison, gave him life without even thinking about it. And you charge this woman with manslaughter? This is a clear case of, if I can't have you, nobody else can. Clear. First degree murder. You didn't do what I wanted you to do, so now I'm going to come in and I'm going to kill you with my service weapon. The reason why I killed you with my service weapon is because I know that I could go and I could tell them anything because I'm a white woman and people protect white women.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of protecting whites.
What happened?
The man who killed 2 police officers on video and shot at the police that was coming.
No, and shot not only just handguns, he had like an AK. He went and got shotguns. He barricaded himself behind the truck. Shot at the cops after killing the 2 police officers. He killed them. You know, they laying on the ground, and then he's shooting. And then after he ran out of ammunition, he said, "Oh, all right, well, come get me now because I didn't ran out of ammunition." Right. And the thing is,
they never shot back.
And they came and got him.
Right.
Like they came and got him and handcuffed him.
Right.
What the hell?
Right. Like, you ready to go now, Mrs. Smith?
A boy walked into a church and killed 9 black people, and he was taking a Burger King. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because you needed that Whopper before we went and we started interrogating you. Even though you confessed to it, you said this is what it is. It's all kinds of evidence. But you don't forget to get that Whopper. Mm-hmm. He killed 2 police officers on camera. Right. Dead as dead could be, laying on the ground. And the first thing you think about is that you're not going to shoot back at the Joker.
And when they walk up to a white person in a car, they draw guns.
First of all,
they if you watch the video, just the whole way they treat black people is just so different. This man stepped back, drew his weapon, and then the other cop, when the first cop that was close to him saw him draw his weapon, he started drawing his weapon, and the other cop that was with him just walked up like, "Oh, what's going on?" Yeah, like nothing.
Right, like he was window shopping.
Exactly. It was terrible.
And did you see? It was a video circulating around about a little boy who was stopped and handcuffed. He was riding on his bike with his white grandmother. Yes. And they said that they thought that he was robbing her. And
she said, "That's my grandson."
And she like, "Yeah, that's my grandson." We just came from church. They still arrested him, threw him to the ground, handcuffed him, threw him in the back of the damn car. You seen this man murder 2 cops right in front of you. Right. And yet you gave him time to go in the house, to load up again. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He brought his bullets out. Basically, he was kind of like setting up, and y'all was just letting him. So everybody out there was just thinking about dying. Mm-hmm. Well, listen, it's one more thing. Did you see the video of the guy who blocked the children at FAMU for going up in the elevator?
Seen the video.
Well, it was a white person who. So it was these students walking into the building. When he approached them while they was walking into the building, he was like trying to block them from going into the building. He was like, "Oh, you're not coming in here. You don't even got a key." Mm-hmm. So it was about 5 black boys and 1 white boy, friends. The little white boy held up the key like, "Yeah, we do have a key." Then he let him in the door. Mm-hmm. Then he said, "Oh, well, you ain't coming up on the elevator." And they like, "How you gonna tell us we not coming up on the elevator?" They giving them pushback. Like, if you don't move out the way, he goes into his pockets and brings out a gun. Basically, like, shows them the gun and then puts it back in his pocket. And you hear one of the little students saying, why are you bringing out a gun? Mm. And he like, "You ain't coming up you ain't getting in this elevator. You ain't coming up here." what the fuck?
Was he security?
No. This was off-campus housing. So it's just like an apartment building.
It was off campus, so it wasn't school housing.
No, it wasn't school housing. I'm thinking that it's not school housing because the guy didn't work at the school. He didn't, like, they have since fired him from his job.
Oh, from his real job.
From his real job, they have fired him because of the video that's circulating around. I don't fucking know. I ain't even, dig deep into what he did and all of that. I just think that it's altogether
just
ridiculous.
Interesting to me. I'll be like, because what if you're in a cubicle next to the person that goes viral?
And you like, that's James.
Right.
Look at James' dumbass getting fired. Oh, James definitely getting fired. If I seen somebody that I worked with on a damn video treating somebody like that, I will go to HR 100%. Twitter wouldn't have to find him. I will go to HR and say, this is who y'all got working in here. Because my thing is this. Yes, fire him. Because if you go and banish a gun in an elevator with children, then you might bring that same gun to, if you don't want me, because you had a problem with these black kids getting onto the elevator going upstairs like they was going to do something. What the hell are you going to do to me?
Right.
When I'm getting on the elevator at work.
Right. Because you want to make copies. Get out of here. No,
yeah.
I can't.
The shit is just getting out of control. It makes me sick to my stomach every time I see it. I'm not shocked by any of the things, like not by any means, but I mean, that's just
crazy.
Well, that's the race side of shit that's going on, but what else is going on? So let's talk real briefly about the Nicki and Cardi thing.
Oh, I have something to say.
You got hype like, yes. I have something to say.
Yes.
What you got to say
is
about
this thing on? Testing.
This thing is definitely on.
So this is just what I want to say about the Cardi B, Nicki Minaj thing. First, when Cardi B first came out on Love and Hip Hop, I was like, who is this crazy little girl? Like, I instantly liked her. Like, and I'm not saying liked her like, oh girl, if I was from New York, we would be best friends. Yeah. But like I liked her. I think she was authentic. Yeah. She was just herself. She was true. This is who she is. She wasn't trying to pretend. She was like, my teeth is fucked up, like who cares? Whatever. She was just her. She was grinding. Exactly. She was grinding, trying to make it whatever. And she was funny. So she comes out with Bodak Yellow. I love it. Know every word to the song.
And everybody loves it. Let me just say this. I'm sorry to cut you off. Everybody who's anybody likes Bodak Yellow. The one thing about Cardi B and Nicki Minaj is nobody, unless you're a Barb, like unless you're her fan base, you don't know no damn Nicki Minaj song.
What is a Barb?
That's what she calls herself, Barbie. So she calls her little fans who like two. They like two. She calls her little fans Barbs. You can't go to an arena, right, unless it's full of Barbs, and put on a Nicki Minaj song and people know it word for word. Like, you can't do that. You could do that with Lil' Kim. You could do that with Foxy Brown. You could do it now with Cardi B.
Right.
Everybody likes Cardi B.
Well, and Cardi B, I mean, just since you mentioned that, Cardi B, they was like, your song is number one. She was like, yeah, because everybody got to like it. Even haters got to like it because even haters got haters.
Right.
So
say, little bitch, you can't. Right.
So anyway, and it was number one on the billboards.
Right.
For like a few weeks.
7 weeks, I think.
Yeah. So that's, people have been musicians like a long time and they never achieved that. So, and so now, and she has two, her other song made it to the billboard. So I'm just saying that I'm not angry with Cardi B. I understand, you mad, this is how you act. I just want to say, Cardi B, you ain't gotta do that shit no more. You know what I mean? It's even if it's a beef and they disrespecting whatever, take the high road. Be like, bitch, you can't fuck with me. You know what I mean? And just walk away. But I understand sometimes things make you angry and you like, no, I don't know who you think you messing with, because you want to go back to your authentic self. Right. Which is even something I say at work all the time. I was like, y'all, you
don't know me.
Hey. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still a little black girl from the ghetto. You better watch it. Like, sit down.
Yeah, right. Like Whitney told y'all, you better lay low.
Exactly. Right. So, but that's just what,
I know Cardi B songs. I don't know any Nicki Minaj songs. Didn't even know where Barb was. You know what I mean? And for real, Cardi B will increase your Jeopardy score. She's been on Jeopardy twice. She's been in a pop culture category. She's been in #1 hit category. So yeah, Cardi B, you ain't got these little pets. These,
right.
You ain't got to mess with them. So that's all I got to say about that.
Well,
but I like Cardi B.
I like Cardi B too. I don't like Nicki Minaj. I don't like Nicki Minaj, not because, like you said, I don't know her. You know what I'm saying? If we was like hanging in the same neighborhood, I definitely wouldn't be friends with somebody like her because I hate throw a rock and hide their hand type of bitch, like, or person, not just a chick, a dude, I just can't stand a person like that. I hate a person who throws the rock, hides their hand, then plays the victim after they threw the rock. Like, you started it, you know what I'm saying? And now that you started it and the girl is coming to you and she finishing it, or she just approaching you about the situation, now you mad. Because here's the thing. A lot of people have come out and said the same thing about Nicki Minaj. That she's underhanded, that she wants to be the only one, that she sabotages people's career. She don't want you to mess with this person. Oh, if you deal with her, you can't deal with me type of thing. And if 8 people saying the same thing, you're the common denominator.
Right.
Everybody ain't lying on you. Because people are like, nah, she lying on me. She just that. Everybody's not lying on you. So I believe what they're saying about you. And now you've met your match who's not having it. And the one thing that I feel like is like, Cardi B, you was at work. We gotta kind of like reel it in when we at work. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's bringing a paycheck. It's your livelihood. Don't fuck with your livelihood. But I ain't mad at you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at you for what you did. I'm not mad at you for approaching a situation. I have seen so many people on the internet be like, oh, they did this at this white establishment and all this other stuff. And it's like, let me tell you something. White people going to think the same about you anyway. If they are the kind of people who think stereotypes, they think negative of Black people, they're going to think about you like that no matter what.
Right.
Oprah Winfrey is worth what? $1 billion, $2 billion, billion of her own money. She signs her own checks. And they still look at her like she's less than.
She called Michelle Obama an ape.
Exactly. And she's the damn first lady of the United States. So people going to look at you no matter what. So if she would have got approached at Hot 97 Summer Jam or she got approached at Harper Bazaar, at the end of the day, it was bound to happen. It is what it is. Cardi B, don't let Nicki Minaj or a person like Nicki Minaj bring you down to that.
That's right.
However,
I get it.
I get it. 150%. I get it. Like, sometimes you got to just be like, hey, this is my only chance. I might not never see the bitch again. So I'm coming over and I'm approaching you. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, sometimes it be like that. Like, yo, get her now because you ain't going to have no other chance to get her. But yeah, Cardi B, let's like... I do like the fact that Cardi B hasn't addressed Nicki Minaj since she came out like on her Queen radio and said all of the stuff about Cardi B, and she was like telling her side. I'm glad that Cardi didn't go and say, nah, bitch, because nah, it's no need of being back and forth. First of all, you didn't already prove what you're going to do, what it is, and that's just what it is. And lastly, what I have to say is, this is not an excuse. What I'm about to say is not an excuse, but it's the truth. Cardi B is just removed from her circumstance. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, we grew up in the hood. I've been out the hood. I've been living in Virginia 10 years. So I'm 10 years removed from it. But in 10 minutes, I can get back to it like it ain't nothing in 10 seconds. What I mean by that is, when I first moved, I was quick to be like, who the fuck you talking to?
Right.
more so than I am now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I still had that aggression that's still in me.
Mhm.
Now I'm a little more seasoned. I'm a little bit more removed. I think about things a little bit more differently because it's my livelihood or whatever. You know, I got more things to lose. She'll get there. She just ain't there yet.
Right.
And it's not an excuse, but it's the truth.
It is what it is.
It is
right.
what it is. So,
Mhm.
Cardi B, do you, boo? But don't let these bitches take you off your high horse.
Yes.
So, lastly, I just wanted to mention R.I.P. to Mac Miller. Wait, do you know who Mac Miller is?
You know, the young boy in music that life was snatched from addiction.
Yeah.
We have to do a podcast on that.
We definitely are going to do an episode on addiction. We can speak to it for sure. So we'll definitely do a whole, because I think that the way that these young kids, this opioid epidemic, this K2, this lean, and, you know, the way that we champion the drug addict now as, you know, like as the thing, like, hey, kids, you too could be a drug addict. The way that we, you know, champion that whole thing is ridiculous. So we'll do a whole episode on that. But, yeah, Mac Miller, 26, life snatched away. And it keeps being more and more instances of this. And people ain't paying attention. Like, are you paying attention? Open up your eyes and see what's going on around you. Them double cups, they ain't bringing joy.
But I understand what you're saying. But when a person is in addiction, you can't get them to understand anything. Any of that.
No.
So, you know, when things, because they're in it, and when things happen like that, my heart really goes out to the people who love them.
Yeah,
the people who
are fighting for them to get out of something.
The enablers, the one who, you know, the tough love, the people who show tough love, the people who love them but had to walk away, you know, things like that, because they hurt in a different way.
Yes.
And they hurt much longer after, you know, the heartbreak, because he's free now.
Yeah, and now his family has to deal with
the people who loved him,
losing him at such a young age,
and not just family, because
he touched a lot of people's lives. He was an artist, so he has fans. You know, people who was looking up to him, people who were looking at him, doing some of the same things because of him. You know, all that type of stuff. Listen. In the day of times we live in now, Demi Lovato's drug dealer is doing interviews.
Okay.
Right. So we definitely going to do a whole episode on addiction, because the drug dealers, the white drug dealers, excuse me, because if that was Pookie down the street selling drugs, he wouldn't be doing an interview. He would be locked the hell up. When I seen that, I said, this ninja is on TV telling how he sold this girl drugs, how he wasn't a part of the OD, and nothing happened to him. And so he's home somewhere selling somebody else some drugs. That's the type of time we on right now. But yeah, R.I.P. Mac Miller, and you know, condolences to his family.
Speaking of times we're living in, I got some shit on my mind.
What's on your mind?
So, and they kind of go together. The first one is a recent strawberry letter.
What's the strawberry letter?
Well, the strawberry letter, it comes on, you know, the strawberry letter comes on a Steve Harvey show. I listen in Eastern time, so it comes on at 8:04 a.m. during the Steve Harvey morning show. Now, I don't listen to the Steve Harvey morning show too much, but if I'm in my car at 8:04, I usually turn on the strawberry letter. If I think the letter is dumb, like the lady who wrote in talking about my husband wants me, but he doesn't want my children, I don't have time for that kind of nonsense. What are you talking about, lady? Shut up.
First of all, you knew your husband ain't want you, or
these kids, right? When you married him for 20 years, and after it was crazy. Anyway, I turn it off. I don't have time for that kind of nonsense.
What the hell?
So, but a recent letter, and it could have been a repeat, but I had never heard it before.
Well, what happened? Because they be interesting.
So
they like the six brown girls. They like the 6 brown girls letters on Twitter. Like, search 6 brown girls, and you just see the craziness of the people that write in. But go ahead.
So a man writes the letter
Okay.
saying that he and his best friend are, best friendly, thick as thieves.
Uh-huh.
He's gotten along with all of her boyfriends in the past.
Mm-hmm.
When she introduces him to her boyfriends, she introduces him as her brother.
Okay.
Well, her most recent boyfriend and the best friend clash.
Okay.
The best friend doesn't like him. He was like, I just don't like him. I get a bad vibe. I think he does her dirty. I don't know why she's with him, blah, blah, blah. They clash.
Do the boyfriend? No, keep telling me because something's going on with this
So
story.
the boyfriend invited the best friend out to the strip club.
Okay.
The boyfriend paid for the lap dances.
Uh-huh.
The boyfriend paid for the drinks.
Oh, he was getting them toasty.
They was a boys' night out.
Uh-huh. On him.
Mm-hmm. After they're leaving the club, it's late, they're drunk. The boyfriend asks the best friend if he could crash on his couch because allegedly the best friend lives closer to the club and the boyfriend had further to travel.
Okay. So best friend, boyfriend out. Boyfriend pays for everything. Best friend, boyfriend go back to best friend's house and he's like, yo, let me just crash on your couch because we both tipsy. Okay,
I'm too tipsy to drive home the rest of the way home.
Okay.
Sure, no problem.
Uh-huh.
Enter the acute infection. Shout out to Frank the Barber. Of one thing led to another.
Well, what led? What the hell is one thing led to another?
Listen,
go ahead.
listen.
Okay.
I didn't write the letter.
Okay, go ahead.
One thing led to another.
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing you know, we're rolling, tumbling all over the floor.
What? Wait, who's tumbling? The boyfriend and the best friend?
And the best friend. So the best friend feels terrible, wanted to tell his best friend right away.
Who is the girl?
Who's the girl?
These two men. And then it was the girl.
Men.
Okay.
And he said he waited about a week because he didn't know how to tell her, but he ended up telling her. And now the best friend, the girl, is no longer talking to her best friend, but she's still with her boyfriend.
Well, times have changed.
My.
Times have changed.
Listen.
So she don't want to be friends with her
best friend.
Why? Why don't she want to be friends with her best friend?
If he broke the friend code. Your best friend slept with your man.
First of all, your best friend did you a favor.
Your best friend slept with your man.
No. Your best friend did you a favor.
Your best friend slept with your man. If your if your best friend Laurel slept with your man, she did you a favor?
But my best friend is sleeping with my man. Her best friend. Listen, here's the thing.
Her best friend slept with her man. Period.
I don't care. Her best friend slept with her man, but her best friend did her a favor by letting her know who her man was.
No, her best.
Yes.
First of all, you ain't gonna tell me that you ain't know that man was either gay or bisexual. You ain't gonna tell me that. Because there's signs. That's number one. So he didn't do any kind of favor. Your best friend slept with your man.
No, he did her a favor. I think that she should take her best friend.
That is a double standard. Well, if your best friend was a female and she slept with your man, you'd be like, fuck her.
Yeah, but my best friend. Yeah, but this is a whole different situation.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does not matter. Yes, it does. It does matter. And at the end of the day, it is double standards in life. It's double standards in life. Do you want to take out the trash?
That has nothing to do.
Answer the question.
That has nothing. I don't take out.
Garbage. But do you want to?
I don't. Want to, and I don't.
Right. Do you want to shovel snow?
I have to sometimes, but.
But do you want to?
Sometimes it's a workout.
Do you want to pump gas?
I don't pump gas.
Okay. And so my thing is
That's not a double standard. That's just the way it is. That's not a double standard.
Yes, that's the way that it is. It's the way that life goes. Listen, you don't want, we talked about it. You don't want to cut the grass. You don't want to pump gas. It's a double standard in life. Life is
That's a bad analogy.
Listen, no, it's not.
Yes,
Double standards exist. So I think that the girl who is best friends with the guy should get a cake, get some balloons, and if you into champagne, bring me a bottle. Bring me a bottle. You know what I'm saying? Take it to his house, and when he open the door, be like, friend, and give him the cake. Now, if my best friend was Sheila, I wouldn't be taking a cake to her house.
Why?
But if my best friend is Charlie, yeah, you get a cake.
No, Charlie doesn't get a cake. Charlie still slept with my man. But so even more than that, so forget that because we don't agree per usual. But my thing is, you still with the man?
Right. See, this is the thing. And he should take her a cake too, because you dodged a friend. Y'all wasn't really, here's the thing. He got along with all of the other guys because they wasn't into guys.
Right.
So it's just like, oh, all right, we cooling. You ain't get along with him because now you see through who he is. And the thing is,
and he wanted you.
Right.
He seen you like, oh man.
Exactly. He's seen you for yourself.
And
that's why he was like, no, listen. And that's why he was like, come on, come out with me. You know I ain't like you for 6 months. Then you gonna invite me to the club?
The best friend said, she know he not even my type. What?
Well, what happened to the just fell? What was it? What was the case of?
One thing led to another.
First of all, one thing led to another is the craziest damn thing. Nothing leads to one thing does not lead to the other. You know what you want to do. Like you already knew. You probably had it in your mind like, something ain't right with Tyrone and I'm going to expose him tonight. That's why he deserved the cake because he exposed it. I mean,
he didn't expose anything. She knew, unless she a dummy.
Well, she might be a dummy.
She could be a dummy. But the fact of the matter is, her friend still slept with her man. The friend is not trustworthy. The man is not trustworthy. And your man is gay.
So what you going to be friends with? So, listen, I wouldn't be friends with my girlfriend no more if she slept with my man.
But you would be friends with a gay dude if he slept with your man? Then he'll be trying to sleep with all your men.
If he's sleeping with all my men, then I need to look in the mirror my damn self because what kind
Maya, I can't. I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this with you. Times have clearly changed.
We ain't going to agree on it, but like, if my friend sleeps with my dude, my male friend sleeps with my dude, we'll have this discussion again. And prayerfully, it won't happen, and we don't have to have the discussion. But it is a double standard in life. I would have gave him a cake, but I would have probably bust my other friend upside the head with a bat. But I'm not violent. Not at all.
I'm saying.
But I will agree with you that he broke the friendship code. However,
he did. Like your friend. I mean, first of all, someone that I know slept with my husband, and you don't even talk to them. It wasn't even your husband.
That's different. That's different. Hey, this podcast is going to go long if we get into that. This is the reason why it was different, 100%. Because that was your husband. This her boyfriend. Boyfriends come and go. Your husband that we stood in front of and took vows to God, and then you slept with my husband, and then you had the audacity to forgive the person. It's not much forgiving in the world. No. No. First of all, let's not get into it because I'm going to get angry.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to get angry. And no, it wasn't my husband.
And I didn't stay with him.
You shouldn't have.
Right, exactly. Like her, she's still with the dude, and it's not even her husband.
Well, first of all, she's goofy.
Right.
It's going to blow up in her face yet again. He going to keep sleeping with somebody. But yeah, it's a double standard in life. But damn, times really have changed.
Times have changed. And let's just talk about this
this catastrophe that
What was
I
that?
call the high school football game.
Good times. Good times.
When
You ain't had
we
fun?
were young,
You
I
ain't
had a good
fun?
time. I mean, everybody be on it. But anyway, it's not when we were younger.
Yeah.
When we were younger, I'm sure
was a different
older,
time.
right? But I'm sure older people looked at us and be like, the kids these days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, no doubt.
I'm sure that they thought the same thing. Oh, their music is, they weren't using ratchet, but what were they using? That's Satan. I don't know.
I don't even know what they were saying back then.
You
the
know,
words of today have taken
these
over so
kids
much.
today and all this kind of stuff, whatever. However, when we participated in activities, we had to show some type of discipline.
You definitely had.
You had to have discipline. You had to have some decorum. You had to be neat in your appearance. You
had to be uniformed.
Right.
When you was in a band, you had to be uniformed.
You were a cheerleader. You had to be uniformed.
Like same hairstyle.
Yes.
Same bowls. Same socks.
Same sneakers.
Everything.
And even when something wasn't going on, you were like standing at an attention, waiting for the next command. This is what you do, you know.
You was listening.
Right. Just
using
right.
Listening ear.
So you had uniforms. You know. And
now they just got shirts.
They like like
no,
khakis,
just shirts. Just like
t-shirts.
Yeah, put this on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We
together.
I was just, what? I couldn't believe it. I couldn't even enjoy myself.
Yeah, because you kept looking around like, what the hell is this?
I can't even believe that this has happened.
Well, believe it. Listen, times have changed, and it's not in a good way. It's not in a good way.
Not.
And everything has to evolve. Everything has to change. Things aren't the same as it was when we were kids, like it was for our parents. No, we all know that. But the way that it is now is scary because
where is the tradition?
There is none.
Where is the discipline? Where there's something about having some kind of, it's an honor. It was an honor to put on the uniform. You know what I mean? Like whether you were playing sports or if you were in a supportive activity or whatever you do, it was like an honor to do that. And it's just like,
it doesn't exist anymore.
Like, you lucky I'm here.
And that's exactly how they act. When we were sitting at that game, and then the kids, the couple of little girls was late coming back to the band, and then they sashayed.
Right.
No, they sashayed like they was getting ready to get into formation with the band and just jump in and start doing the dances. No. First of all, you were supposed to be back.
Quarter late.
Right. You were supposed to be back 7 after 7.
Right.
You know. It's 35 after 7.
Right.
And here you come sashaying in like, hey, y'all, I'm here.
What?
Yeah.
I just was.
And you can't, in today's times, you can't get the parents to be on board to make sure that they have discipline or uniform or anything, because the parents don't want anybody to say anything to the kids.
Right.
You know, they 2, the kids is 2, the parents is 4.
Right.
You know, so you just coming up like, what you say to my calm down.
Right.
And then you wonder why good people aren't guiding the kids anymore. You know, teachers have changed. You don't have like the teachers or the instructors of yesteryears, because don't nobody want to deal with that bull crap.
But something tells me like there was something in it that, you know, they know better. Like they are trying to teach it. So the cheerleaders, for example, when they were out there,
and they got an old coach
being. And she was my coach.
I was about to say, she been a coach since before the hell. I was a damn kid.
When I was in Little League, she was the coach. And in middle school, high school. So,
yes,
but what I'm saying is, no, because she said it was a good group. But what I'm saying
not
is,
the way they was
They were, I don't know if she was away somewhere or whatever, because they were acting just like out of control, ratchet. And then at the start of the quarter, I guess she stood up or something, and then they started acting like, her other coach did the little follow the leader, but they all just fell right in. Once somebody would, so does somebody have to be there telling you all the time?
Yes.
Like, what kind of, no, it's
but that's because we're not teaching the kids that times really have changed. That's the theme. Times have changed.
Yeah.
The fact that somebody has to be there. You think about it, even like when we was young, right? And
what drum major pops they fingers to the music? But
none. But you think about it, even when we was kids, nobody had to be around you because you knew somebody was always watching.
Exactly.
You knew that you was a representation of whatever.
Exactly.
So whether it was the school uniform, whether it was your damn parents, you knew you was a representation of something. So you was falling in line any damn way. And like you said, it was an honor to be in it. So you wanted to make sure that your shit was correct anyway, because it was an honor. It meant something to, you had to work for it. But think about it now. The times have changed. Kids don't have to work for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with them cheerleaders, them voices that, like, you don't got no bass in your voice. I can't hear you in the top bleacher. That kind of stuff would never be acceptable. The kids, the way they walking around with the pants off their asses. The band, the drum majors, like you said, popping your fingers, popping gum. Popping damn gum in the line. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. It's just it's a different, first of all, you got people sleeping with their friends, husbands, cousins. It's a different time. Just saying.
It was,
fun time at the game, but it did make you think. It made you think. It is so funny because when you're younger, you never think that I'm gonna be one of them kind of people that's like, when these kids
right.
and this, that, and third. And then when you become one of them people, you really be like, these damn kids.
Right. And I think tradition is important. Deja, my daughter, is really into tradition. She likes,
but that's because
tradition.
She was taught well. You ain't 4 and she 2. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
even though
not even a knock to young parents,
right.
But I'm just saying, like, today's parents,
right?
Because people was young in our parents' age. They was having kids at 12, 13, and all that. Right. I'm talking about today.
But I'm just talking about tradition in a sense that, at the games, it's the alumni and the parents, the grandparents that support the games. And we pay.
Because we pay $5.
Exactly. So if we are going, we want to, that's my high school too.
Yeah.
And we want to participate. And that's why you have those tradition things, so that everybody can feel a part and that everybody can, join in the celebrations. Right. Yes, it's a new time. So you get new cheers. We weren't doing the cheers that, my mom was doing in the early 60s and 70s or whatever. And, we weren't doing those same cheers. And surely there's some new cheers, but then there's some that are just, they stand the test of time. There's some cadences that stand the test of time.
That everybody knows.
The high, we play it all the time. So we have to, the traditions are important for everybody to enjoy and to have a nice time. And there's a coach, friend of mine, whatever, and he's always on Facebook, always asking for the men to come out and support the young people. Come on, do this. We have to invest in our youth. I've been coaching for this many years, and come on. He's always, and I'll keep saying, like, why is it so hard for you to get? He said, first of all, it's hard to coach boys because once boys get a certain age and they start having sex, they can't control them. And then when people get, and then there are not a lot of example for them because the good examples are out here hustling, working hard, trying to provide for their family or getting out of the hood. And then some of them don't really have anything to give, so it's very hard to find, people to work with the youth. And it almost made me say, I need to get involved. But I know youth is really not my thing. I was really never a kid myself. You know what I mean? I was always old. I never did a whole bunch of kid stuff. Never watched cartoons, never went to house parties. I just seen House Party for the first time like last year.
No.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So
I was definitely a kid, and I definitely would want to get involved. And it's what I'm getting ready to say is going to sound kind of crazy, but not really. I don't get involved because of where I live, because I want to get involved in my own neighborhood, and because I don't live close to home anymore.
Right.
It's like I don't want to
I don't have anything vested.
Exactly.
Right,
and it's
right.
like it
So that
shouldn't
makes
be
sense.
like that. It shouldn't be like that
makes
because
sense.
it should be all youth. You know what I'm saying? All the kids across the board.
Yeah.
I live near DC. It's
Right.
in the inner city, so it's something to give to all kids, but it's not my kids. You know what I'm saying?
I just don't have it. I don't have that. I don't have, like, remember when I worked at Wawa for 3 hours and the girl, I had snatched the girl up who tried to put her hand in my drawer, because don't ever rob a Wawa because you got to drop all the money in the safe all the time. But she you got to put that, and I had a line like, yeah, hold on, Bill. Like, I'm just here, for a couple dollars while I'm in school, but hold on. And then she was like, little girl she stuck her hand in my drawer when I was ringing the sale. And I snatched her up and then finished the sale, closed the door, locked the register, went back in the office like, you know what? I didn't think this through.
Right.
You know what I mean?
This ain't
I'm
for
just
me.
going to go home now. I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you for Wawa University,
yes.
but I'm not going.
I'm not going to make it.
I ain't going to make
3
it.
hours. I was there. 3
that
hours.
Was some pressure.
But but what I'm saying is, you have to.
You have to know
when a parent comes to me, with anything, I'm like, I don't do this. Watch this. You know
Especially
what I mean? So
not a 4-year-old and your kid is 2, and you gonna come to me and tell me what your kid not gonna do, and this, that, and the third.
Right. I mean, I want better for everybody.
Yeah.
I'll help anybody any way I can, but that's really not my ministry.
Right. No, know your strengths.
Exactly.
Know your strengths.
So,
but I mean, listen, it all boils down to times really have changed. And
if you have children, make a difference in your children's life. My children ain't out here acting like banshees. That's all I got to say. I did my job.
We enjoyed the high school football game nonetheless.
Right. It was fun.
It was fun. And I think that wraps up the episode. If I do say so myself. Hey, listen, remember everybody that you can follow us on all social media platforms. You can follow us Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at We Did That Shit. Always remember that it's one word, We Did That Shit. Make sure that you subscribe to the podcast. You can find us anywhere where you can listen to your favorite podcast. Remember that the podcast is free. It's free. We dropping all this
podcast with at least one person this week.
Text them anywhere where you share your stuff. So remember that we're on YouTube, we're on Spotify, we are on iTunes, Google Play, anywhere where you can find a podcast. You can surely find We Did That Shit. Remember that you can always follow me on my personal Twitter. It's my13. That's MYMY13.
And I'm at Bibbi Amina. That's BIBBIAMINA.
If you got a story about how times have changed, or you just want to comment on anything that we said today or any of our past shows, always remember you can send us an email to wedidthatshit@gmail.com. It's one word, y'all. wedidthatshit@gmail.com. We will be here for all new episodes. Remember, all new episodes drop every Monday. So we'll be here same time next week.
Remember, be great this week. Do that shit. I love you, Maya.
Love you too.